Good morning, good afternoon and good evening, Mr. Jami, whatever time you're watching. So here we have a real life problem which we are going to solve with algebra. So Taylor Swift's Char Siew Pao is more popular than Muthu's Char Siew Pao. Together they sold 66 Char Siew Pao, but Taylor Swift's Char Siew Pao sold 6 fewer than the square of the number that Muthu's Char Siew Pao sold. How many Char Siew Pao did Taylor Swift sold? So here's the solution. Let Taylor Swift's Char Siew Pao be x and Muthu's Char Siew Pao be y. So the sum of the Char Siew Pao sold was 66. So the next equation is x equals to y squared minus 6. That because from the question, Taylor Swift sold 6 fewer than the square number of Char Siew Pao sold by Muthu. So what we do with these two equations is we minus the equation, we do elimination where we get this equation. From this equation, if we do algebra and we work it out, we get this quadratic equation. So after that, we will do factorization with this quadratic equation, as you can see here, and we will get y minus 8 and y plus 9. Therefore, y is equals to 8 and y is equals to minus 9. So obviously it can't be minus 9. How can the amount of Char Siew Pao sold by Muthu is negative 9? So it's 8. So then the value of 8 we will put in the first equation again. That's the reason why it's x plus 8 equals to 66. Therefore, the number of Char Siew Pao sold by Taylor Swift is 58. Thank you.
So this is an example of polynomial. Let us solve it. 2x to the power of 4 plus 3x cubed minus x squared plus 5x minus 6 is divided by x squared plus x minus 2. So to eliminate 2x to the power of 4, here we put 2x squared. 2x squared is multiply whole this equation. So we will get 2x to the power of 4 plus 2x cubed minus 4x squared. So to not get confused, we put minus here and bracket this equation. So we will get x cubed plus 3x squared, and here we bring down 5x to here, so plus 5x. As the same thing, to eliminate x cubed, we put x here, so we will get x cubed plus x squared minus 2x. As the same thing, we put the minus here and bracket this one, and we will get 2x squared plus 7x, and we bring down negative 6 here. So as the same thing, we put the 2 here to eliminate 2x squared. So is 2x squared plus 2x minus 4. So we will get 5x minus 2. So this is remainder of this equation. Hence, we will get 2x squared plus x plus 2, and the remainder is 5x minus 2.
Action.
When electrical engineers analyzed alternating current, which is AC circuits, they found out that the quantities of voltage, current, and resistance weren't the same as the way they used to count one-dimensional scalar quantities that are used to measuring the quantities of direct current. So in order to analyze alternating current, scalar quantities were abandoned and complex numbers were used. So what is complex numbers? Complex numbers is the numbers that can be expressed in the form of A plus BI. So here we can see the form of complex numbers, A plus BI. Both A and B are the real numbers and I are the imaginary numbers. I is actually the square root of -1. So if we square I, we can get the square root of -1 squared, which is, we can get -1. In mathematics, I is the imaginary numbers. But in electrical and electronic, the imaginary numbers are known as J, because this is to avoid confusion with I and the I, which is current. I is imaginary number and I is current. So current is regularly used in electrical and electronics, so they don't want to make it confusing, so they just replace the imaginary numbers, which is I, to J. As we all know in basic physics, we know that there's an equation in electrical and electronics that is V equals to IR. V stands for voltage, I stands for current, and R stands for resistance. But in electrical and electronics engineering, it is known in another way, which is E equals to IZ. E is voltage, I is current, and Z is the impedance, which is also known as resistance, but in electrical and electronics they call it impedance. Alright, so here we have a basic E and E question, where we are asked to find the current of a particular circuit, and we are given the voltage of the circuit of 45 plus J 10 volts. We are also given the impedance, which is resistance, of 3 plus J 4 ohm. With these two, we can find circuit by using the equation I talked about earlier, which is E equals to IZ. Here, when we put ohm into Z and volt into E, we have to find I. So with this equation, we can find I equals to E over Z. By putting all the numbers into it, we have this equation, and using the complex numbers method, we can find out what is the current of this circuit. Okay, so here we have 45 plus J10 over 3 plus J4, and the complex numbers method is just by eliminating the below the denominator, and through that we can get what is the current. So this is the answer for the amount of current in that circuit, which is 7 minus J6.